This is Books and Tickets, and we are delighted to be joined by the victorious Kingdom Warrior, Kevin Cronin. I'm going to take you with a start straight away. That's your first one in Irish soil in 18 months. Crazy statistic.
Yeah, I didn't know that. No, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's probably my second fight in Irish style in 18 months, is it?
Second fight. So obviously the last one,
Yeah,
obviously.
all my fights have been abroad, really, like other than the Emmet Brennan one. So yeah, that
I guess
explains
in,
that to this.
I guess in some ways, it's a crazy stat, obviously, because you've been sort of everywhere. You were Liverpool and obviously America and everything else. But like obviously in the aftermath from his three arena, he didn't want to end 2024 obviously on that. So, like, do you feel happy in yourself now? Obviously, second round stoppage one in Waterford last night. Like, are you happy ending 2024 now the way you are? You're back to winning ways.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I suppose back to winning ways is the main thing for what we wanted next. But then I'm just happy to be staying active. I didn't want to go inactive till February or March, and then get back fighting. You know, we've been active all year, so I just didn't want to lose activity. So I was just happy to be back active. And look, obviously, I just saw a different side of myself. I said, John, I'm just have to be a bit more gritty and just really digging in with my shots, John, and start hurting people. And so I kind of showed from the very first bed, like, as I say, that Damien guy that I was fighting, like, in the 9 fights we've seen, probably most of them, and he kind of comes forward swinging a bit. But like I started milling him with shots from the get go, and he just did not want to step forward at all. So it was like straight away he knew he was just all right. This is a different depth altogether. But then again, it was my 12th pro fight, so there's a lot of experience there, especially coming after the three arena fight.
I guess in some ways, sometimes we learn things. Obviously to defeat the Emmet. Obviously, everybody, I guess, has their opinions. Obviously on that fight, but like, and sometimes certain situations in life happen that obviously pushes forward. Like I was speaking to Matthew Tyndall obviously the other week, and obviously he came up short obviously against Senan Kelly, and he's like, I'm now a new beast. Like you've obviously said to me since in an interview, that judges are going to be taken out of the equation now. Like, do you feel obviously that through that, obviously, Emmet Brennan fighting out learned you something probably about the pro game you probably didn't think of before, and go and take the judges out of the way of someone else's opinion, and just stop it from going the distance.
Yeah, because when I came into the pros, my first few fights, I was being called a puncher because of the way I fought. And then it was like, oh, I was then I'm not just a puncher. So then I just started boxing people. And it's like I just got stuck in that boxing people kind of thing. And now I'm just trying to put the two together again, like, and just I just want to show that I'm a fucking heavy puncher, like, And unfortunately, it's just like that. Sometimes you think you've enough done, but like, decisions don't go your way. You just gotta start taking the judges out of the equation, and that's it. Like, I don't trust judges anymore. Doesn't matter what commission they are. I just don't trust them.
I guess that's you now. Obviously, 5 years. Since obviously your professional debut. Obviously, you made your debut about a week ago, five years ago. So, like, even that now obviously that's 12 fights. Like, you're still probably sorry. I'm actually
Yeah,
gonna
I made my debut
gonna
in March,
correct
I think.
myself. You made your debut in March of 2019. Sorry, I was looking at a wrong stat there. Sometimes I get these stats wrong. So, like, even at 12 fights, I know you still sort of, I guess it's still a learning sort of thing at some stages. Like, if at this stage that you could say you're a complete fighter, you'd be lying to yourself. So, like, with each fight, you're still learning something new about yourself, obviously, with John and Nicky and everybody in the team.
Yeah, yeah. I think I show that every fight too, John. It's like people thinking, oh, sure, he fought this way in the last fight, and then I come out and I fight a different way again because you're constantly learning. And I think it surprises people too how different I am in most fights. Like you've got, I suppose, when you've these guys been boxing since they were, let's say, six years of age, and they're 30 in the sport or whatever, and there's not a whole pile left of learning for them to do. But I'm still learning. Like I've adjusted to the new coaches, which I know obviously it's 5 years, I'm with them, but like I had to adjust to that, adjust to the pro game. Didn't have the longest amateur career or I suppose you'd say the highest caliber amateur career. So like it's not like I was stuck in this high level amateur boxing that I'm trying to say, Joe, that I was kind of stuck in that gear and not being able to, sorry, not being able to kind of get out of and keep learning. But now I feel like I'm just learning every day, Joe. I think there's always something new for me to learn. I've just been stronger every camp, really, to be honest with you.
And like something I probably haven't touched on with you quite a lot, like Kerry to Dublin, it's quite a distance. Obviously, it's costly. It's obviously it's time consuming. Obviously, it's I know Marie's driving duties today to make sure you get home safe because you're a bad driver. But hopefully somebody wasn't thinking you were driving whilst we're doing an interview. But Marie's driving today so that he's got home in one piece. But like you do a lot of miles obviously to get to Jono's gym, so it's clear like you obviously enjoy working with Jono in the team.
Yeah, look, if I didn't think the boys were the best in the country, I wouldn't be traveling up there. I could. So I'm driving. What is it? 3.5 hours to Dublin, to train with Johnny the whole time. So like I could travel anywhere in the country to train with anyone. But I firmly believe, for me anyway, look, every fighter is different because every fighter has a different style and they all adjust to different types of coaches and stuff. But for me, I think Jono is as good as it's going to get for me. I won't be getting a better coach than him. Like, so I landed on my feet there. And again, look, it's the proof is in the pudding. The pudding, like you can see it. You can see how fast I've progressed. Like if you went back even 3 years ago to say, oh, Kevin will be fighting at this stage and be signed with this guy, and you would you would have been laughed at, like So the proof is in the pudding. It's worth the drive. Look, it's just a big sacrifice, but it'll all be worth it in the end.
Obviously on fight week you had a special T-shirt, and obviously you brought it in with you in the weigh-in. Were you sort of trying to start the beef early, sort of in some ways? I know the last time, and obviously you fought Emmet. Do you let him be the person doing all the speaking, and you were sort of happy in the background? Like, talk to me, obviously, about the T-shirt you made. Obviously, I shared it online. Like, were you trying to get early jibs going at Emmet before an official announcement?
I wouldn't say beef now because I wouldn't be a person that have beef with anyone, nothing like that. But I suppose you'd say shot fired kind of thing. Um, like that. That was the first shot fired, you'd say. Because I still had a fight in front of me. I was obviously thinking a fight that was just more, I suppose, a lap and get people talking. And I suppose everyone was questioning, everyone kind of in the back of their head knew that like they thought that the rematch would be next. And I suppose it was just kind of a little teaser for them and their Joe that it more or less is next, like Joe. So that's all that was really. But yeah, it was kind of first shot fired, as you say. He done all the talking coming up to the last one, and I let him take the front seat. But there's no front seat for him this time.
Picking this back up with Kevin, unfortunately, obviously, when we're doing these interviews, sometimes we're on the go, and obviously in the car, obviously signal can be a big factor in that. And unfortunately, anywhere in Ireland, whether it's north or south, sometimes the signal isn't the greatest, even though we've got 5G. But we were sort of mentioning there, Kevin, obviously about the T-shirt that obviously you made for Fight Week, and obviously the sort of building the beef, sort of so to speak, with Emma. You can just sort of recap what you were saying there, because I think some of it cut off.
Yeah, yeah. It's I wouldn't really call it beef because I don't have beef with people, but it was more just of a fun shots fired kind of thing because everyone's I suppose all the talk was, oh, Emmett's fought, Emmett's won. God, it looks like they're going to be having a rematch, and people still question whether that's the case. And that's why I stuck on the back of the t-shirt. Then it was just a little teaser for people. It was a shot fired, but in a way, for me, I didn't want to be talking too much about it because obviously I had a fight in front of me, so that was there for people to see and get people talking again. And yeah, look, it was. I suppose you call it a fun shot fired, but you know, there'll be a bit of noise now because we're just gonna wait. And Tom's just got to make a phone call. Look, we're all in. We're 100% in. We were always 100% in. Um, Again, like that after I mentioned this before, after the fight in Liverpool in the zone, there was comments about how, oh, I'm avoiding Emmett. It's never in my life offered a fight with him. A couple of weeks after that, we were offered a fight, but in the same phone call, we had accepted the fight. No, it's going to be no different this time. We're not shying away from him. We're coming right at him. We're going right through him this time.
And like it's perfect in some ways. Obviously, Emmett fought obviously Friday evening slash Saturday morning. Obviously in America, you obviously fought last night. By the time this goes out, obviously Monday. Obviously, only ringside members obviously get it the early release, so they get it today. But like it's perfect in the way that both of you have fought the same weekend. In some ways, like you've agreed your side, Emmett's agreed his side. It's just a case of waiting for Tom Loeffler and 360 now to confirm. Because obviously I know that there was talk of Cal Walsh and Kevin at Yargo, and that maybe looks like they've walked away, sort of maybe potentially from that now. So like you're just waiting for Mick and Jamie to sort of get the phone call from Tom Loeffler now to confirm. I think it's March 16th in Madison Square Garden Theatre. Is that correct?
It's looking like, that's as far as we know. Look, as far as we know, they want it. Everyone wants it. As far as we know, Tom Loeffler wants it. It's probably the best, probably the biggest all Irish rematch that's can be made right now. To be honest with you, domestically, definitely, I think. Like there's a real want for it, and it's not just in Ireland. It's all over the world. After where that last fight happened, the way it was streamed all over the world, everyone wants to see it again. Everyone wants to see it put right. Obviously, bar Emmet Brennan's fans. It went from being a big domestic fight to a big fight in the world of boxing. So it's huge stakes for the winner. Like, get this fight, win it, and you're just propelled onto really whatever you want, because the backing you'd have after that would be surreal. But yeah, it looks like March 16th, Madison Square Garden. That's what we want. That's what I want. That's what my team want. Just going off of what I see on social media, seems like Emmett wants it. Messaged Emmett about 2 days before his fight, just wishing him well. Um, Look, I wished him the best of luck. I said, let's get this rematch on. I just wanted him to know that that's where we stand. Like, we're all in. And he seemed game too. He seemed like, yeah, he wanted it too. So, look, we'll know soon. We'll know soon, because I think an official offer should be coming soon. Like, but yeah, what what a platform that'll be for us to be fighting on. Just to be fighting on that card would be huge. But now we're about to be a significant fight in that card. But again, look, it's got to be made official. As I said last night, Tom Loeffler, Dana White, let's go.
And like for you, obviously, it's your chance at redemption, obviously, with Emmett. Like I know obviously you were confident going in, in the first fight. Like for you, obviously, confidence wise going in a rematch, like obviously you've got that mentality now that you're not going to let judges see the final bell. Like confidence for you, obviously, would you be even more confident going into a rematch? Because obviously it's played out, you know, obviously you feel like you should be the Celtic champion already. So like what's the confidence going to be like for you going into a rematch?
Like, I'm confident going into every fight. Put me in with anyone in the world, no matter what. I could be 100 to 1 odds, underdog. Like, I don't know what way you say that in betting terms, like, but I'd still be confident in myself. That, it sounds, I know, I suppose it sounds a bit cringe when you say someone's got the dog in them, but I have that dog in me. Like, I've got the bit between the teeth. I will stand there with anyone in the world. And there's a lot that happened in that first fight that even when I hopped out, I was a bit sick of myself. With, and even though we were saying, oh, geez, Kevin had that in him, still felt I underperformed compared to what I do and what I can do. It's, people don't realize what's left in there, what I have to give. Um, and look, there's probably going to be a bit of backlash, and people probably going to slag over this next comment. Personally, Emmet is not in my league. I don't think he is. And that's what's been said to me in the first fight, that I was out of his league. Nah, he's out of my league. And, I'm getting him out of there in the next fight. I said and by any terms necessary, I said in the last fight, I'm getting him out of there in the rematch.
Just obviously finally obviously want to leave obviously it was quite a journey obviously for you to Waterford and obviously back today for obviously that your friends and your family, because you don't like to call them fans, your friends and your family and the people that support you and making that distance obviously so close to Christmas as well. Obviously, we're only a couple of weeks away from Christmas. They always mean the world to you now, but even more special, they know that so close to Christmas, people are still taking their hard-earned money out of their own pocket, they come and support you.
Yeah, look, I said it before. They're a bunch of legends, you know. Like as you said, close to Christmas, you know, we're not in the best of times, Joe, with people with money and stuff. So it's tough times coming to Christmas for a lot of people. So to be hopping in their cars and coming up the road, Joe, and driving back down the road. I'd say 95% of the people that came up yesterday were driving straight back down the road. That's a big commitment, Joe. It's about 3.5 hours up the road, 3.5 hours back down the road. Like, so that's just a huge commitment just to see me put in a performance. Like, and I gave him a performance. I put in a clean performance. Um, I was scratch free until about 20 seconds to left to go in the fight. When I caught him with a clean shot, and he kind of got Bambi legs, and he jumped in on top of me and hopped his head right off my face. So I got a bit of a swell there from that. But other than that, you know, everything was so clean. I put in a clean performance for them, so I hope they enjoyed their trip and they're happy. I'm pretty sure the leagues, everyone was so excited straight away after. Joe, obviously, in my own circle, I kind of keep them all updated straight away. Everyone after is like, we're definitely going to New York, you know. So, like, I think there's going to be a surprising crowd from Kerry heading to New York once all this is made official and tied down. But again, it's got to be made official. It has to be made official. It's one of the biggest fights out there to make. Um, but yeah, sorry, back to the fans. Just what a bunch of legends. I couldn't be thankful enough for them. Joe, and just again spending their hard-earned money to come up. Joe, it's not just the price of buying a ticket, and a ticket for a professional boxing show isn't cheap. Joe. So it's not just buying a ticket. It's putting 100, 200 quid diesel in the car to drive up and down the road. And then the people that did stay, you know, paying another probably 200 quid minimum for a hotel room for the night, you know. So it's a costly thing to do. So yeah, I'm very thankful. And as you said, nah, they're not fans, like, you know, they're friends and family. That's what we call them. There's no such thing as a fan because you're just putting them in a category. Then is, I don't know, kind of build up. So I'm not, you know, well, I don't look at myself that way, you know. I just see them all as a part of the team, like, you know, just friends and family.
Definitely. Well, look, I know your signal just about to drop there again. The looks of things. Look, obviously, have obviously a fantastic Christmas. I'll no doubt obviously be speaking to you offline, obviously, as we always do. Obviously, you and Marie and the dogs, obviously, because we know the dogs are the big part of the family. Obviously, I hope you have obviously a fantastic Christmas. Great to see you back to winning ways. Fingers crossed, obviously, in the next couple of weeks, it's made official so that Christmas can come early for you. But it wouldn't matter if it was the 24th of December or the 2nd of January. If that fight news comes, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, incredible is the word it's going to be. It's going to be unbelievable. Get this fight in Madison Square Garden. I tell you what, we're going to get up the garden that night because they're going to. As I said, I'll stand toe to toe anyway, so I'll give them a show. But I'm going to give them a spectacular knockout too. So that's look, it's going to be incredible. And look, like that, there's no beef. There's nothing like that. I want my big fight, and I want redemption, as you say, and simple as that. And yeah, look, to you as well. Enjoy your Christmas, and very thankful again for everything you've done all year, John. Everything you do for all the Irish fighters and coaches and everything. You know, you're giving them a platform, and it's fantastic. So look, fair play, and yeah, look, have a great Christmas as well, and enjoy your well-earned break as well, John, because there's a lot of time goes into that.
Definitely. Well, listen, thanks for your time. Obviously, safe travels, obviously home, and obviously, I'm sure I'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, perfect. You send on the money that you're paying me just to say that line there as well.
If it's not you, it's Jay Byrne. The TVs are at it nowadays, and everybody's ganging up on me in some ways. And actually, David, obviously Kennedy, obviously your club mate, as well, obviously, and Jono's gym. He hasn't went down that line yet, but he keeps doing the Jono for interviews sort of thing. So hopefully he doesn't catch on to this. Just to put it out there. Obviously, I don't pay anybody for interviews. You should be paying me for interviews because I've got no pennies. Um, but look, obviously, enjoy your Christmas, and I'll obviously no doubt catch up with you soon.
Nice and appreciate it, Steve.
Cheers, Kev. Take care. Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.